Intro. Hi, it's me, it's Renegade Platinum, Mr. Reboot. Here we go. You've chosen your names, you've chosen the Pokemon you want to see. Here's the team. It's a rain team for taking on Fantina, or whatever her stupid name is. And we're ready. We're going to do this. We're going to take on the Ghost Gym. We've been having a good run so far. And also, I want to say thank you so much because the support for this second attempt has been really, really great. So I appreciate it. So here we go. Leader Fantina sends out Drifblim, and we send out our brand new hero, Homer the Bibarrel. Homer gets his Swords Dance off, gets a bit of lefties recovery, and now it is time. We get Air Slash twice in a row, taking just over half our health. Leftovers are recovering a little bit, and now we're set. Now we can start biffing stuff. Drifblim goes for the Calm Mind. That's a mistake, because we go for the Crunch. Nail this balloon. Nail this balloon. It's down. Homer's got a KO. Gets a little bit more lefties recovery. Out comes the Gengar. Now, Homer, here's a little secret about Homer. Homer is bulky as... Sludge Bomb. Yeah, Sludge Bombs us. Homer's really bulky. Homer takes the Sludge Bomb, ride it out, nail a second Aqua Jet. She wastes one potion, so we're pretty happy. We get a little bit more lefties recovery. We nail another Aqua Jet. Gengar is down. Homer's 2 for 0, and he gets another little bit of lefties recovery. Next up's the Spiritomb. Pretty confident this thing's going to go for a Dark Pulse because it's not going to Ghost Move us. So I feel like the pretty standard switches. Oh, hi Ricky. You forgot to name the Azumarill after you asked to name it. So at the moment it's called Hi Ricky. Give me a name. We miss a play rough, which is absolutely, well, rough. And we nail the second one though, and it absolutely obliterates Spiritomb. We are huge power Azumarill. Unfortunately, we don't have Belly Drum yet, but it didn't really matter too much. Next up came this Dusclops, and my god, this thing is annoying. Like, I remember this from last time. This thing is so flipping annoying. It just stands there and burns and recovers and burns and recovers and burns and recovers and burns and recovers and burns and recovers. But it gives me another chance to remind you. Come follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/RubyT Pokemon. I don't have a streaming schedule. We stream as and when. And yeah. Anyway, here's Vish. Vish has evolved now. I'll be honest with you. I brought Vish because I needed someone to set rain. That's the only reason I brought Vish. Vish is not that useful. Vish is not going to do too much for us in this run, I don't believe. So I kind of brought it to set rain and as a sackable Pokemon. We then went into Miles, get Pain Splitted. In hindsight, I have no idea why I even bothered to set up all this rain, because ultimately I was going to go into Miles anyway because he can't get burned. However, I guess I kind of thought that his ability only worked when it was raining, but actually it works all the time. So, well, yeah. Here we are. Miles is in. Miles has got a good attack stat. It's got a decent speed stat. And ultimately, it was always going to be a little too much for this Dusclops, I think. Especially after we got the defense drop, which was absolutely clutch. Meaning that even if it protected again, we were probably still going to knock this thing out, which is absolutely awesome. So Dusclops goes bye-bye. We go, thank goodness for that. In comes Burnett. Now, physical Burnett, it's got the muscle band, I think it is, and this thing can do chunks, man. It can absolutely do chunks to you, which is not great. So I thought about it for a while, and I went into our good friend Nezuko the Second. You might remember Nezuko the First. Nezuko the First was a real fan favourite. Everyone loved Nezuko. Sasori from the Discord, named Nezuko, was well loved, and I got it killed. Like I get everything killed. But not this time. Nezuko the Second's going to be with us till the end, just like Joe the Krabby. Well, I'm going to do my best. Anyway, Miss Magius is part fairy in this game. So I go for the Aqua Tail. It does good damage, but not quite enough. And this thing gets a citrus recovery. And now we're in a little bit of bother, because this thing can now start power gemming us. It can do all sorts of stuff. So I try and switch in to Brosidon, the shiny Ludicolo. We take the power gem, not quite well enough, unfortunately. Which, yeah, it kind of leaves us in another spot of bother, really, because something had to go. Something had to go. We didn't have a choice. There was no way we were going to be able to take this thing down with Poseidon. So, well, I realised it's probably the only way was to let Poseidon go. But Poseidon survived! I bloody tricked you. Poseidon survived, took the Giga Drain, which meant this thing was now in Aquajet range. Which meant I didn't have to sack Poseidon. I really didn't want to sack Poseidon. I could go into Vish, and I didn't really want to sack Vish because I kind of like Vish, to be honest. I wasn't that bothered about it at first, but now I kind of like Vish. But well, yeah, I'm sorry, Vish. Thank you for your service. We have our second death. Rip Vish. We go into Miles, big strong Miles, the big strong boy, and we nail this thing. See ya. Bye, Miss Magius. We're done. 1 death, Fantina. Pretty good. 2 deaths, all run. Really good. So there we go. We pick up our badge, and it was time to head on to the next city for us to go and try and get the fighting badge from Maylene. Yeah, overall, like, really good start to this run, and I'm really enjoying listening to you guys all come up with your names in the Discord. So much so that I decided we'd take a leisurely walk from the Pokemon Center down to the gym and enjoy the Gen 4 music. If they don't bring the music back with Diamond and Pearl, the new ones, I'm gonna be sad, because just listen. Soothing. Soothing. Yep. And now, my arch nemesis, this gym. Not the gym leader, this gym. I hate it. I'm not going to do the whole annoyed thing again. You know what I am? I am going to do the whole annoyed thing again. I don't care, because this is so stupid. It's a ROM hack. It's a ROM hack. I don't care about this. I just want to fight the gym leader. God. Anyway, as you can see in the top right, this is our team. We're taking on Maylene, and yeah, I love this team. I love all the Pokemon on it. Some of these Pokemon are my favourites. I think they're really cool. We lead off with Roll-On. He goes she goes Metachan. Aerial Ace does a good chunk. Not quite enough to knock Metachan out. It gets a Citrus Berry recovery. Goes for a high jump kick. Misses. Ha! Awesome. We're 1 up, and we've taken no damage. So next out comes Hermachan. This thing is like 9 out of 10 times, maybe 10 out of 10 times, gonna Thunder Punch us. Like, it has to Thunder Punch us. There's no way. There's absolutely no way it doesn't Thunder Punch us, right? I'm only joking, it does Thunder Punch. Of course it Thunder Punches. We go into Perfilis, the world's strongest Pokemon. This thing gets his Toxic Orb off. And so we then decide the best thing to do is switch into Gengar, because it's going to go for the close combat. It does go for the close combat. Now we're definitely baiting the Dark move, so we switch into Nezuko the second. What a great guy. Well done, Nezuko the second. Great gal, rather. Cut its attack. We take the payback pretty nicely. We're now obviously baiting another Thunder Punch, so we go for another switch into Perfilis. If you're wondering why these battles are a little bit slower this time, a couple of you have asked if I could slow these down and explain what I'm doing a little bit more. So here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to pivot as much as possible, let the Toxic Orb do its thing, and then just double check my item and finish this off. Basically trying to make sure that I limit the amount of damage I take across the board. So now we're 6-4 up, which means that going into the rest of the battle, we're in a great spot. You know, we can pivot a lot better. So yeah. Next up is Gallade. Again here, we're almost certainly baiting the psychic move, right? So I decide to go into Nezuko the second. We take the Zen Headbutt nicely. Now we can switch back out again into Joe. Joe, who's got monstrous defense. This thing is a monster. The absolute warrior Texas crab, Joe, nails a crab hammer, nearly knocks this thing out. He gets his reflect up, but that's fine by us, because we're getting our lefties recovery. We're taking a decent, getting a decent amount of lefties recovery each time. I decide the best thing for me to do is to go for another crab hammer. In hindsight, that was probably not the best thing to do. The best thing to do was go for a knockoff. But yeah, there we go. You can't always get these things right because she's got a whatever it's called, Krogunk with dry skin. So I could have played around that switch. But anyway, we get the knockoff. Knockoff is like clay, which means absolutely nothing at this point. Zen Headbutt does nothing. We get a bit more left each recovery. We protect again to get a little bit more left each recovery. And Joe is looking in good shape right here. Nearly take out the Gallade. We're actually very lucky because it misses the Zen Headbutt, and that matters. That really, really does matter, because next out is our good friend Infernape. Now, we have our own Infernape, but thankfully, because that Zen Headbutt missed, we are at a decent amount of HP, meaning we can take this close combat, which we wouldn't have been able to do had that Zen Headbutt hit us. So we take the close combat and we whack back. We smack it so hard with another crab hammer, this thing goes down. Bye-bye, see you later. Lucario comes out. I realise we're down low health, we're in a range where this thing could use any attack. So I go for a protect, give us a little bit of health back, hoping now that this means we'll bait the Aura Sphere. I switch into number 1, the Gengar, because I'm hoping this Aura Sphere is going to come out. I'm a little nervous, I'm not certain, and it is the Aura Sphere, which is perfect. The light screen wears off of this, which is really, really nice, and I can now bait another switch. This thing actually goes for the agility, which turns out to be its downfall. If it had gone for an attack, I'd have been in trouble, but as it is, it went for the agility. I knew this thing's going to move first now, which means I'm free to go for a close combat. I go for the close combat, which brings it down to Sash, and now I know that I'm pretty much safe to close combat again, because if I lose roll on, that's sad, but if she uses a Hyper Potion, I win. So there we go. We managed to take her down. We didn't lose a single Pokemon. Not one. We are 2 losses for 4 badges. This is by far the best run of this game I've ever... I say this, obviously, because we nailed the Toxicroak. See you. Bye-bye, Toxicroak. Absolute weapon, this roll on. I'm glad we didn't lose it. But yeah, 2 deaths for 4 badges. Wow, that's good in anyone's book, and I'm here for it, boys. I'm so here for it. So thank you for watching. As I said to some of the guys in the Discord, who've now got polls going for deciding what type Eevee's going to be and what its name's going to be and all that stuff, if you're not in the Discord, come and join us. Come and join the fun. Dawn says some boring stuff to us, and that's where we're going to close out the episode. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.